Yeah. Once again, here to give you that real shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good evening, America. We're back.
Right.
Yeah.
You got one of them damn torches, man. Them motherfuckers expensive as hell and burn out quick as fuck.
These don't burn out that well. I have butane fluid. I refill them. I mean, I've kept torches for over 2 years, man. Just refilling
Right.
them. Yeah.
I don't like them.
You don't like them,
I don't
but
like them.
I like them better than lighters because on a windy day, I think you'd much rather prefer having one of these than a lighter. Okay. Through the power of force, might and will of the great nothingness of the almighty powers of the great nothingness of almighty flow. The great nothingness of infinite beingness of infinite, endless, limitless, invisible light, from which comes the absolute all. All that was, all that is, and all that is being and becoming realized into realization, actualization, and form as we all now will command it to be, is now being and becoming an active force of higher consciousness and an active force of infinite intelligence within us all now, being and becoming the great primordial dragon god sun kundalini flame. Now, whirling and ascending up our spines from our root chakra to our central heart chakra, on up to our royal crown chakra, igniting our royal crown chakra, illuminating our first eye, our Lord Amunel Drakra, our hidden priestly grandmaster Magi, the dragon god sun king and queen, igniting all of our 72 chakras in our first eye, our 72 primordial dragon god sun kings and queens, and all of our legions of 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 armies 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 of armies. Now, being to becoming our own grandmaster, mother dragon god, son, light beam, mind, ship, Merkaba. Now, opening up a supermassive black hole, folding out of this time space continuum, returning back to our original primordial beginning, returning back to our original primordial station and original primordial DNA blueprint before creation and humanity and before the fall of our primordial soul, renewing our dark matter soul, reabsorbing our original primordial essences, reigniting the divine spark back into its original primordial charge, recharging our infinite soul back with the great mother dragon goddess queen, being to becoming something brand new that's never been, being to becoming one with the absolute all that was, all that is, and all that is being to become realized into realization, actualization, and form. Now, bringing all out war, judgment, death, and destruction upon the multi-universe created by the lower multi-dimensional arcanic demiurge, angelic and demonic energies that slayed our primordial souls before creation, using our primordial energy to create this light and energy extraction creation matrix, imprisoning our souls, keeping us ignorant of our true and higher selves so it can feed off of our light through this wicked worldly system until now, because now's the time of their fall, as our new higher primordial dark matter, dark energy self return back to creation from our primordial beginning, traveling through a massive black hole. In our Grandmaster Mother Dragon God Son Light Beam Mind Ship Workbook, now ripping through and tearing holes into this time space continuum, circling all of the corners of the earth, awakening all of the holy divine infinite magical sparks at once, now all shedding their physical cocoons, being and becoming beings of dark matter, emitting a new light, now all ascending into the Grand Master, being all ascending up into the Grand Master, Mother Dragon, Sunlight, being ship Mercury, along with the soul of Mother Earth, leaving an empty shell behind as we open up a supermassive black hole, folding out of this time, out of this creation matrix, as it is completely destroyed, as we are all now reunited back with the infinite all as one, now free to begin experiencing true divine love, being becoming a new primordial universe where the earth is renewed into something beyond any description, as our souls are now free to become our own worlds as kings and queens, exploring a new and never explored universe and multiverse in peace, love, and harmony until this day of Brahma becomes the night of Brahma. Through the power, force, and might, will of the great nothingness of the almighty powers of the great nothingness of almighty flow, the great nothingness of infinite Venus, of infinite, endless, limitless, invisible light, from which comes the absolute all. All that was, all that is, and all that is being becoming realized into realization, actualization, and form as we are now willing commanded to be. Abracadabra, Ashe.
Presto chango.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Do you want to do the mantras? I mean,
Libations, yes. Okay, crown chakra day libations. Ain, the nothingness, Ashe. Ain soft, the infinite, Ashe. Ain
Ashe.
soft, the infinite light, Ashe.
Ashe.
Adam Catman, Atik Yaman, the ancient of ancient, the most ancient of days, the primordial Christ, Ashe.
Ashe.
Arik Yampin, the big face, Ashe.
Ashe.
And emanations, the supernal holy universe, manifesting as the holy divine infinite magical names, the cosmic Christ, Ashe.
Ashe.
The great abyss of Gnosis, the crown of Zerampin, the small face, the indwelling Christ, Ashe.
Ashe.
Berea, form, creation, and paradise manifesting as a holy, divine, infinite, magical, dark angels and demons. Ashe.
Ashe.
Yet, formation manifesting as a holy, divine, infinite, magical orders of dark angels and demons. Ashia, the actual physical world in the making, manifesting as our holy, divine, infinite, magical, earthly kingdom. Ashe. Yeshida, our holy, divine, infinite, magical, divine spark, manifesting as our holy, divine, infinite, magical will. Ashe.
Ashe.
Ea, the holy, divine, infinite, magical life force, manifesting as our holy, divine, infinite, magical desire. Ashe.
Ashe.
Our holy, divine, infinite, magical, heavenly soul, manifesting as our holy, divine, infinite, magical, heavenly thoughts. Ashe.
Ashe.
Our holy, divine, infinite, magical soul, manifesting as our holy, divine, infinite, magical word spoken through us. Ashe.
Ashe.
Our holy, divine, infinite, magical, earthly soul, manifesting into realization, actualization of form as we are now willing commanded to be. Ashe. Kether, the crown. Ashe. Hakma, wisdom, the supernal father. Ashe. Bana, understanding, intelligence, the supernal mother. Ashe.
Ashe.
Da, the great abyss of gnosis. Ashe.
Ashe.
Hased, mercy. Ashe. Gavura, judgment. Ashe.
Ashe.
Tif, beauty. Ashe.
Ashe.
Net, victory. Ashe.
Ashe.
High, glory. Ashe.
Ashe.
Yasa, foundation. Ashe.
Ashe.
Malchut, the kingdom. Ashe.
Ashe.
The power, might, will of the great nothingness of the almighty powers of the great nothingness of almighty flow. The cosmic flower constantly blooming the absolute all into being. Ashe.
Ashe.
Brahma.
Ashe. Ma'at. Ashe.
Ashe.
Empress. Ashe.
Ashe.
Iris. Ashe.
Ashe.
Tyler. Ashe.
Ashe.
Wana. Ashe.
Ashe.
Divine God. Order out of chaos beings. Ashe.
Ashe.
And all gods known and unknown, all goddesses known and unknown. Ashe.
Ashe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into it, man.
Well, man, I think we're going through some type of, we're having an event taking place on the planet right now.
Oh yeah.
A major event. Okay, California just got hit. Massive flooding. Massive flooding. Now, since Friday of last week, the rest of the country has been getting pounded with waves after waves of tornadoes. I mean, today, yesterday, there were just waves of tornadoes from Iowa, Arkansas, Illinois. Now they're on the East Coast. There's tornado watches going on left and right. I believe that we might be under attack by some type of outside forces that might be using the elements against us to re-terraform the planet.
I mean, you saying we like humanity?
Well, we as a species on this planet, we as in everyone on that live on this rock, humanity, gods, or whatever you want. Well, I believe some of us might be manifesting this. This might be a manifestation of our of something that we desired a long time ago to happen to this planet, for things to change, and now it's happened. Things are changing rapidly.
Yeah, I think it just the vibration is intensifying, right? When the vibration intensifies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Things that we thought, for example, they have a concept called density shifting. If you understand what that means, density shifting, right?
Going.
And the density of an object can shift. It can shift in um, certain energetic situations. The density of matter actually shifts. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, reality as we know it is literally going to a higher vibration. So that intensity of that would create all of what in our human conceptualization would be disaster, would be so-called in-world events or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But really, it's just that the vibration is intensifying so much that yes, it is a destruction to humanity, but not to who you actually are.
Oh no, we're immortal. We're immortal beings, but
Right. So we're
it's
realizing this is another realization of that though. It's not just because they've spoke that. That's not everyone knows for the most part, even in from the Christian believers, that there's an afterlife and that we are eternal, right?
mm-hmm.
But there's another um, higher, intensified, dimensional, higher definition of that concept is happening right now. So we're gonna refer to everything as being something that's happening to us humans, right? That's how we're gonna look at it. Everything because the main thing that most humans are focused on is survival.
Yeah.
So the main thing that they're focused on is survival, right? Which
Mm-hmm.
is obsolete to where what you're becoming,
Yeah.
right? So, and my thing is when I speak like this, people be like, "So what you want to do? Just die?" No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
we
That's not
want
what I'm saying. That's just because your mind haven't caught up to the vibration yet. Your thinking haven't caught up to the vibration yet. So you're going to say that. I
yeah,
expect you to say that.
yeah. Yeah, that's what they would say. No, it's about going to a higher vibratory rate where we pretty much leave our old clothes behind. We're ch-
Yes.
we're changing
Yes.
to a whole new suit.
We're changing clothes. Yes, you're right. That's a
Mhm.
perfect description of it. But
Yeah.
vibrationally, like what I just talked about density shifting, like most of what we've been convinced of is reality. Now
Hmm.
that shit is out the door now. That
And,
shit is
and they
majorly
should
out
be
the door.
glad. You should be glad of that because in this reality, we spend most of our time taking care of this physical body.
Right.
Okay, we got to feed it. We got to give it rest. You gotta clothe it. I mean,
We don't
we.
look, and the physical body is just nothing more than, because really when people looking at things on a physical level, they should be looking at the energetic level,
Hmm.
right? Even when it comes down to physical ailments, it's energy. It's something going on in your field of energy, what's going on your aura inside of your energy, right? Inside of yourself, your dark matter, your dark energy, whatever it is, there's something going on where the energy is out of flow. And a lot, like I said, most people flow is off because they're engaging in an artificial, non-organic system
Hmm.
where they're not getting the vibration of the earth in its natural vibration as much as you should be. Like I tell people, go take your damn shoes off sometime and go in the grass and go in the dirt.
Yeah, go hug a tree.
Go hug a fucking tree for real. Because
I want to hug a tree.
your vibration is off right now, right?
Yeah.
Your vibration is off. You need to go into the forest, you know what I'm saying? And put your feet in the damn dirt.
Yeah.
Take your shoes off, put your feet in the dirt. Then you will understand a lot of stuff that I'm saying is based in being connected with nature and being connected with the all.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, for humanity, yeah, it's all bad. It's all bad for humanity. It's all bad.
This is real bad. This is
It's
real.
all bad for
There's
humanity.
nothing. There's nothing for them to look forward to. And I mean, all the news
Well,
is.
we are the gods, so we can actually turn things around if we was tapped in. Like I was just saying, like we got to be tapped in. We got to go into our higher selves and do something different and realize that physical existence, as we know, is over with, and there's a new shifting of reality that's happening, and we need to ride that wave. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
We need to ride that wave.
if physical reality is coming to an end, then that means the beings that fed off of our physical reality are fed off of our physical being are going to starve to death.
Of course. I mean, but at the end of the day, there is physical reality is a direct result of the state of consciousness of the general public. What we're looking at as physical reality is actually the byproduct of our collective consciousness, right? Well, there's other elementals, like I said, the energy state and the conscious state. It's the energy state and the conscious state which actually determines physical reality. Like I said, right now it's all breaking down. What we know, what we've been convinced of as so-called know as physical reality, is density shifts happening all over the place. Density shifts happening.
Well, it's all kind of, well, I've seen, I don't know if this shit was real, but someone took a video of the mothership landing.
God damn. Ah! Yeah, that shit is funny.
Yeah.
That shit is really funny. Because at the
White
end
people.
of the day, I already know it's all everything that's gonna happen is gonna be orchestrated, bro. There is there is no real, because at the end of the day, whoever came to visit us, been visiting us, been here. What the hell? They've been here. They've been in contact. What are you talking about?
Yeah, really. I mean, what I don't. Yeah, I'm kind of like trying to figure out why would some mothership be coming here when they're already here.
They've been here. They not coming. It's just like I said, our consciousness is shifting. So stuff that we wouldn't see that was there that we wouldn't it was beyond our conceptualization or eluded us our mentals. Like it's so much going on. Well, like if you even understand the nature of reality, like people don't understand we're creating this shit. That's that they don't understand that. That's the point. That why when I'm saying this, people just what the hell are you talking about? No, we're creating this reality. We're creating this. We are creating this. If you don't get that, then you're not going to understand what I'm talking about. We are creating this. So whatever we see, we created it. Whatever happens, we created it. Because we're the ultimate creators. There is nothing else creating beyond us. We the not the ultimate. You can say ultimate, but we're the top creators of the universe. You understand that? So anything else that's being created is subordinate to us. So we're creating this reality.
Okay, there are
Even
sciences that,
even the so-called gods.
well, yeah, I mean, the science, the higher sciences in occult are in in the spirit world that we follow. The so-called aliens or gods or whatever, they would they would have to bow down to the same shit too. They would have to acknowledge the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they the yin and the yang goes for them in the same way as it goes for us. The yin and the yang. What is that? Light.
Right. That just both that's polarities. That's
Yeah, but it's also light. The dark part, the feminine part, that's the original light. But that light is the light that produces the white light. So when in the Bible when it says God is light, they're not talking about the white light.
well,
Talking about,
like when you say white light,
yeah.
you're just describing it based on human conceptualization. I got to stress that because there actually is no such thing as white light. You know what I'm saying? It
Mm.
just that's what we've connotatively associated with that brightness that we see. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well,
like I'm saying, I'm just destroying all of the spells that have been put upon us. We are under a lot of social engineering programming, which is what y'all call social engineering is basically putting people under a spell. It's the same. It's the same thing. So we must destroy the social engineering, or what in our studies we call it constructive language. Constructive language, which was necessary, was created to a constructive language was created to take us off the original intent or path of the ancestors intended, the original thought pattern, right? The original trajectory that we was intending, right? Because
no,
we are
we're in
ancestors
the
of
Iron
God
Age.
fiction,
We're in
right?
the Iron.
So you know when they say from the indigenous worldview, we everything is upside down
Yeah,
from our point of view.
yeah, because for the past 6,000 years we've been in the Iron Age. And in the Iron Age is where we become the most we become more dumber or less conscious. Our um, consciousness devolves to its lowest level in the Iron Age, and darkness, or you can say other forces, are able. to come in and dig. Well, these past 6,000 years, other forces were allowed to come in and take us off of this path, but that was but that was allowed because of something else, because of an alchemical process that we're going under. We had to go we had to go into the Bronze Age and the dark, I mean the Iron Age, um, at our lowest. In other words, we didn't do what we were supposed to do in the Silver Age, going into the Bronze Age, to be able to stay in power and come back, to stay in power in the Bronze and in the in the Iron Age. But
Right. The
but
reason
we
why we even going through those cycles of from the Stone Age to the Golden Age is
no
because we like that.
well
That it's crazy because we so diverse in that respect. The soul cycle is really old, bro. That shit is old as
we've gone through those 25,000 years many times.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. This shit is old as hell. So
But
like,
this time is different.
yeah,
We
it is
did
different this time. You're right. It is
we
different.
did something different, coming
Yes.
out of the Silver Age, going into we
Right.
failed on
Right.
purpose.
Right.
We fail on purpose.
Look, we already had the means and the processes and the rituals to go from Stone Age to Golden Age simultaneously.
Well, Stone Age, I don't know if that had anything to do with us. I don't even know what the Stone Age is, because the Stone Age happened. What we call the Stone Age is something that happened after we went through a Golden Age and a Silver Age and into a Bronze
I
Age.
don't think no, I'm not saying we went through a Stone Age. I don't think we did either. I don't think
Yeah,
we went through a Stone Age either. We was always advanced.
yeah. Now, the only way we could have gone through a Stone Age is if there was a war waged on the planet, we got the short end of the stick and we got put back.
Yeah. There was cosmic wars that affected this dimensional portal, this era of energy, and we were affected. There was even events, certain event horizons that happened, like supernovas, that literally shifted the whole this whole vibrational energetic part of the cosmos. You know what I'm saying? It shook it and took it to a whole nother. It's like how they saying in the new Marvels comic, they said they created a whole no alternative reality, and I think we've been going to a lot of different alternative realities, right?
Well, it takes us 220 million years to go around the entire Milky Way. So, how many times have we been around the entire Milky Way? I think they said about a few times we've been around the entire Milky Way. We've done that trip. Our solar system has been around that trip a few times. And so, as we go on this journey, we go through different neighborhoods, and as we go through different neighborhoods, there's certainly that's when those events take place. As we go through certain neighborhoods on this 220 million year journey.
You know what I broke it down to? What you're referring to as neighborhoods, which is legitimate too, but we are vibrational, energetic situations are because it's not necessarily when we looking at it from a human conceptualization. Yeah, it's a place. It's no, but from a higher vibrational, like hyperdimensional perspective, is vibrations. We're going from one vibration to another vibration, higher vibration, lower vibrations. You know what I'm saying? And it's producing what we're referring to as consciousness, perception.
Well,
The
no,
vibration that
it affects consciousness
well, but I
and
think it is consciousness, and the vibration is what we're experiencing. We're not experiencing, because consciousness is just nothing more than a, a figment of something higher than it, right?
consciousness is movement. Is movement. Okay, when it's motion. But when something becomes motionless,
Well, that's
like
the real mental.
if you leave your hand on a surface or on your knee for a long time, you won't even feel it. You almost lose consciousness that it's there.
Yeah, yeah,
But
but we're not saying nothing different. What I'm
mm,
saying is consciousness itself is a vibration. It's in a
yeah,
it's a vibration too. So what I'm saying is all we're experiencing is higher and low vibrations.
okay, but at the same token, though, when when our solar system is in certain areas of the galaxy, that consciousness is expressed a certain way. It expresses itself based on the consciousness in that particular quadrant of the universe.
Right, but it began with a vibration. It began initially us vibrating on a certain frequency that allowed us to perceive this particular channel of reality. That's what I
Mm,
look at it as. It's like we are going. It's like how you looking at it perception from a human perspective. Okay, we perceive and we're traveling through the cosmos. No, yes, in one instance, but that only explains less than 10% of what's happening. Like, what is the other 90% of what's happening? Other 90% is what happening is that we're vibrating and we're fluctuating through frequencies. We're
yeah,
literally
and that is
fluctuating
based
through
on
frequencies.
and that is based on the frequency and vibration in in the particular space, the point in space and time that we're in.
Right.
Okay, like when we go through a proton belt, things are different. If we go through when our galaxy goes, I mean our solar system goes through certain neighborhoods, shit shifts, shit changes,
No, no, no,
and
no, no, because we're gonna get it. We're getting exposed to another vibration. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
yeah, okay,
We're
yeah,
getting
that's
exposed to
well,
another vibration when that happens.
yeah, yeah. Well, we just explained it in two different ways. Okay,
Right.
and then
You're explaining it from human conceptualization, and I'm explaining it from the spiritual understanding, from realizing as a spirit, right? Which is hard to do because spirit is just is intuitiveness. It's not consciousness like that, right? It's another level of consciousness. Like we have to understand that there's levels to what we're referring to as consciousness.
yeah, but spirit and matter, they both they're two. But they're not separate.
I didn't say they were. I didn't say they
Uh-huh.
were separate. I just say they two intensified levels of the same vibration, right?
Okay,
You
you
got
know
you
what
got
color?
you got tuned into this side of the vibration, right?
Mm-hmm.
To like, for example, we can be in a physical form right now, like we in a physical form right now. But some people are tuned into they're dialed into physical three-dimensional reality, and that's all they're going to produce in their consciousness is three-dimensional reality. Some are tuned into understanding that, okay, we are multidimensional, right? So they're going to be able to, their vibration is going to be more intensified than those who are vibrating and just orientated to three dimensions because they're vibrating lower than those who are vibrating at a higher level that understand that we are multidimensional and this physical reality is not limited. My mental is not limited to it. My spirit is not limited to it, right? So what happens as a result of me taking that taking that to its extent, right? Understanding that I'm not just physical. So this is two different vibrations.
Yeah,
Two different vibrations. So
but
it's two different experiences.
regardless of that, your spirit, your soul, all of those things are still attached to a physical body. It's still attached. Yeah,
No, the physical body is
yes,
attached to it.
yeah. You have this thing called the silver,
Physical body is attached
the
to it.
silver
No,
cord.
you said it wrong. The physical body is attached to it. The physical
Okay,
body don't even exist.
but there's this silver cord. Well, nothing exists. Not everything is an illusion on this
It's just the
side of.
all. Yeah, we already know it's just the all. And basically it's just the all. But
Yeah,
what I'm saying is this is what I mean. The all
yeah.
is being expressed in different vibrations, and is being is that those vibrations allow for a perception, a conceptualization.
Well, there, I believe that there is a freedom and liberation that comes with knowing that all of this is an illusion. Even the gods, the so-called gods here, because they're all only an expression of the absolute. They all work for the absolute,
Right.
and which means, but at the same token, we are a microcosm of the microcosm of the absolute.
There's a saying in more science that says our gods today will not be our gods today will not be our gods of tomorrow. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah, yeah, I
Because
heard you say that.
as we grow, our consciousness grows. We grow in our conceptualization of what we're referring to as God.
which is the inner, which is the inner higher self.
Exactly.
There's
So
no.
what I'm saying is because we're the ultimate creators, right?
Hmm.
Everything is we are personifying our representations of the all, right? But the thing the thing we have to realize is that everything from our perspective is coming from the all which is within us,
Hmm.
right? So when we say what all I'm saying is that when you realize who you actually are, right, your vibration intensifies,
It's not who, but what.
right?
Almost
What
and what.
yeah, whatever
Because
how yeah, right, because the language is very important in expressing it, right?
because I'm not always or um, the essence that okay, what produced this physical body, the being or the beingness that produced that manifested this physical body or manifesting within this physical body or whatever, um, it's not human and is beyond. It's not any of the things that it can manifest as. It's beyond all of those
Let
things.
me can I tell you what it actually is? This is another aspect of you.
Well, it's an aspect, yeah, but not only that, but it's
That's
you.
what I'm saying.
It's
There is
everything.
nothing outside. There is nothing you are because we're like I said, we're representations of the all. We are the all,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
So
And then
we're microcosms of the all. So the end all be all is within us. That's why I'm saying we're creating this reality. Whatever you refer to as energy or vibration or gods or elemental, cosmic, that shit is all happening within you, right now. So, like you said, like when we get caught up in what's being produced from the consciousness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Physical reality is a production of consciousness, right? Which is what is it? The actual it actually is the demiurge. Is what's convincing us of what reality is. So that's the temptation that the Bible talked about.
Well,
The
actually, the
temptation
demiurge.
of the temptation that the Bible was referring to was the temptation of getting too caught up and orientated in three-dimensional reality because they already know that's a lower vibrate. That's when if you get caught there, you stop there, you only have a percentage of what reality actually is.
Yeah. Well, when you think about the whole picture, then you have to say, okay, um, you got Brahma, Krishna, Vishnu. All right. We've gone through the process of Brahma, Krishna, Vishnu many, many, many times. The beginning, the expansion, and then the end, and then recreated again, expansion, and the end. How many times have our soul, our higher selves, has been through that as aspects of other beings
Right.
until
I agree. I agree.
okay,
Remember, I've heard even I think in the Bible they talked about that we came through all of the different kingdoms, the animal kingdom, the flower kingdom,
oh yes,
we came through all of those.
we
We
came
lived all of those existence.
yeah. So since we came through all of those existence, then we are a part. All of that we have all of that within us. We can now, when we reach our highest level or become reach a certain level of understanding, you can we should be able to shift into any of these things.
Mm. You know
Yeah,
how
we,
when you smoke weed, it ain't the weed that's getting you high.
it's
It's
the shit that is
actually
opening
it's
up.
actually because it's stimulating THC already in your system.
Hmm. Yeah,
That's
well,
that's the that's the synchronicity or the symbiosis we have in every kingdom too, though, right? We
yeah,
have a symbiosis with every living entity on the planet, or even beyond this so-called plane of existence. But the
yeah, not
planet is just a plane of existence, which gives more evidence to what I was saying about we're not going from one place to another place to physical on a physical thinking orientated physical. No, we're going to another vibration, another frequency. You
yeah,
tune into one frequency, and you hear
uh-huh.
your perceptual. Uh, that's why I was talking about the morphic field. Y'all got to do some study on what the morphic field is, right? And it's
Okay.
really just because we tuned in to this certain frequency, our consciousness is orientated a certain way. We can literally change the frequency anytime we want. I do it all the time, right? Because look, this is what I'm talking about. Everybody around me is tuned in to a lower vibrational frequency, right?
Hmm.
I can automatically come in a higher vibration, and theirs go up too immediately.
Yeah,
Meaning we have the power to change, which it would is ultimately the reality. Like most people are looking at physical reality, and we're fixated on that, so we don't do the work to affect actual reality, which is energetic.
yeah. Well, I know I affect this reality because if I miss a day of work and when I come back, they let me know how much I was missed, how much my energy was needed.
Yes, thank you. Right,
Yeah, when I'm not there, it's very noticeable.
but check this out though. You know what we're saying is real because there are so many energy vampires out there, right? I'm talking about people that literally live off of other people's energy. Literally, I see them all the time.
Well, they can only live off of certain people's energy, because not someone who's radiating at a high level, because then my energy becomes radioactive to them. It's too radioactive for all conscious vampires can suck my energy.
Right,
It's
but
like
also
it's
you
like
can sometimes when I it's confusing to read my energy a lot of times because I think a lot of times I send people through a program malfunction. I send them through a program malfunction because no uh, there is no scenario that has been calculated in the quantum computer that can describe my my ways of doing my way. You know what I'm saying? So, because most of them are under that programming, that's what I'm saying. It's social engineering. You're not thinking for yourself. It's a matrix. You think
well,
you're thinking for yourself, and that's what they give you. They look. This is crazy because most people think they think for themselves. Most people think they're free, and guess what? That's the main programming that they perpetuate. You're
yeah,
free. You're
that was
free. This is why everybody is so entitled and ain't got a motherfucking clue.
well, right now all the governments are not working for us. They're working for the archons.
They never were working for us.
Now, well, okay, well, at least they gave the appearance that they was doing something for humanity.
And our ancient governments did work for the people. They were organic in that sense. Like what we see
Okay,
right
well,
now is
this
removed from
we have
organic.
right
It's
now
artificial,
is
robotic. This robotic fascist shit that it took over and shit. Because
yeah, but that's not.
government is
But
something that's organic, bro. It ain't nothing that is far removed from the people to where, in the sense of where now the people look at the government as their rulers when it's the actual the other way around, dumbasses.
this is what this isn't a government. This is an alien
Of course,
invasion.
that's my whole point. Is we making the same point? Is that
Yeah, this is
government is organic. It's our government is something that's organic, bro. It's not nothing that the people get to the point where they look at the government as the rulers.
yeah,
Everybody look. This is something that I hear people say all the time, which is a program, which is what they want you. This is where
this
they want to perpetuate that programming to go to, right? Oh, the police can do whatever they want to do. You know how many people I heard say that shit?
hmm
Do you know the police are under the most scrutiny that there actually is? We just don't know how to effectuate
apply it.
and we don't know how to do the shit. So it's like, oh, they can do whatever they want to do. No, they can't.
No, they
No,
shouldn't be.
they
If
can't.
they should, no, if they work for, if they're public servants, they're supposed to be under. I mean, under all types of
Scrutiny,
restriction.
ethics, and
Yeah,
everything. Even put it like this: people don't even know. We just found a lot of people just finding out, and they've done a very good job of keeping this information away from people. That
hmm
most people who have been prosecuted and they're in prison right now, all they had to do was do a background on the ethics of the prosecuting office, the judge, the officer. If there was found any corruption, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to find corruption.
yeah,
If there was found any corruption on their ethic, on them, on their or ethics, my you know what I'm saying, some type of ethics error or something,
yes,
that case
and
is dismissed.
their ethics and their performance. Yeah, it should be because these people that we elect to be our public servants, they're supposed to be just that, public servants. They're serving humanity and assisting humanity,
See, but the
not
thing about they kind of they see that is a cliche, right? A programming, right? That most people have bought into this programming, right? Of higher class, lower class. No, you don't have if you don't have finances, right? Then you don't have the power, right? Which is that's not true. That's not true, but it can be true because we've allowed it to become true. That's
well,
not that's not the foundation of how this system works. It's really the numbers really are the power in this system. The numbers are the power.
no, well,
So, but
what one that we're in now is those who are hidden from us are the power.
well,
It's like
the
the
fractional
hidden
government
hands.
that is it's all about special interest, bro. Right? Special interest money, which is they've already trying to pass laws to get rid of that special interest money, but they also are trying to pass laws to further that special interest money. So that's where the corruption comes in. Whenever a congressman is coming in or a congresswoman is coming in and they're being backed by certain corporations, you know they're going to push the line for the corporation. And that's what they're trying to get out of politics right now is that corporate funding and stuff of that nature.
Well, I think when you understand what's happening with the banking system right now.
I mean, this economy is done for, of course, but
Well, do you
not only
understand what's
because of
going
that,
on with the
because
banking
because of
system?
the BRICS situation too. That's another reason why the economy is going to be unstable in a minute. That's why at this point America has no other choice but to go to war. So
But see, all the countries that are behind the BRICS, okay, the two main countries, China and Russia. Let's look at China. Let's look at China, how they treat their own people. They got their people under this this
credit system, yeah, credit system.
yeah, okay. Now, Russia, they don't care about their people. I mean, I met a girl from Russia. She told me that they're all oligarchs. They don't give a fuck. They're oligarchs. Okay. And so China and Russia but are the two leaders behind the next system, the BRICS system. I wouldn't trust that one either. I think China is way worse than America. If China had the same
I'm
power
not about to
that
play the
we
lesser of two evil game. That's what I'm not about to do.
if China had the same was in power like we are in
I'm
right now,
not about to play the lesser of two evils. All this shit need to be collapsed. The people need to take charge of this shit, whether in China, whether in America, whether I'm not about to play that.
well,
Oh,
well,
lesser
that's
of
what's
two
happening
evils.
in the
No,
world now.
no,
But
America,
see, but
America,
see,
America should stay in power because it's the lesser. No, fuck that.
I'm not
All
saying that. No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying is that you're going from the frying pan into the oven. Okay, that's what they're going to be doing. But yeah, America is going to have to go to war, of course. China know that it's only inevitable that there's a war between the two. But right now,
there is no difference between the frying pan and the oven. So what's the difference? What's the difference? You're getting cooked either
you're getting
way.
cooked. You're gonna get cooked either
What's the
way.
difference?
You're gonna get cooked either way.
You're going from the frying pan to the oven. What's the motherfucking difference? You're gonna get cooked
Yeah.
anyway.
Okay. Okay. And then you got countries like South Africa, part of it, Saudi Arabia. None of these countries have any good um, any good record with
But
how
this
they
is,
treat the public, how they treat
but
their
guess
people.
what? Check this out, bro. I no longer blame leaders no more, bro. I blame the people. I'm never gonna look at the leaders no more. That's what they want us to do. This is
It's,
this, I swear
it's
to God, they want us to keep focusing
you're
on
right. You're
what
right.
these. No, fuck them.
I
They not
agree.
the problem. We the problem. The people
We're
are
the
the
problem.
motherfucking problem.
Yeah, we allow it. We're allowing it.
So I'm not looking at them no more. I'm looking at us. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with us, humanity? Like
Yeah,
I'm
what
like I'm an old school freedom fighter, so I've been here, done that with all these people to the point where I gave up because I looked at it like this, right? In the fight for humanity's freedom on this planet, right?
mm-hmm.
What percentage of humanity gonna actually pull up to the motherfucking front line and actually fight? Less
Well,
than 1%, bro. Less than 1%. Stop it.
what you take away their iPhones, but you're gonna shit all of
If your fight is based on
them.
monetary or what you call
Well, but,
mundane bullshit, if it ain't
but no,
based on a higher understanding of why we need to free ourselves from these goddamn bastards, then it
well,
wasn't that shit. I'm not gonna be on the front line with them people. No. It's
yeah,
a greater good. We need to take over this goddamn planet from these motherfucking wicked, crooked motherfuckers. Period. End of
but
discussion. And
yeah,
until that happens, I'm not blaming the leadership no more. I'm not
okay,
blaming them no more.
sure,
I'm not looking at what
sure.
they doing. I don't care because we allowing it. Fuck that.
Yeah,
You
but
either you either get them to
aren't
in their
humans. We're
place
not
by
dealing with
through
humans.
election. You either
We're not
get them to
dealing.
do what they supposed to do through elections or whatever, how the fuck the process of your government work, or you overthrow that bitch. Period.
We're not
Simple as
dealing.
that. That's
Okay,
why. Look, the cold thing about the American government structure is based on ancient structures that came before it, based on our ancestors. Why? Because we had. Why you think they got so many safeguards in their shit to prevent power from being corrupt or over corrupting the system? Why?
okay,
They got that from our ancestors, man. They got that
okay.
from our ancestors. How
All
the
right.
hell do they know about creating a system of government where it got checks and balances in that motherfucker, right? When they came from a monarch, they're still being ruled by a monarch. Stop it. How do they know about having a system of checks and balances to where the power is not exclusively in no branch of government's hand? Who thought of that? These motherfucking dumbass Europeans who damn near just came from off the goddamn cage from us, bringing them out of goddamn insanitary conditions they was in when we had to been teach them how to bathe and all this shit, bro. Stop it.
Man, we've been said that they're just a front for the black nobility.
Exactly. Thank you. Somebody
We've
else
been
say
said
that
that.
shit.
You remember when
Somebody
I
else
said,
say that.
you
No, you
remember
no, you right.
we
Right.
said that last year and the year before. Remember I brought that shit.
Right.
But
They're
I
front.
got that
They
from
are front.
I got that from
We
Brother
giving them
Penn.
way too much credit. We giving them
Yeah,
way too much credit, bro.
yeah. I mean, I was listening to Brother Panic one night and he was saying, do, do you think that these people really got the juice?
No.
Where did you think they got the
Go
juice that
look.
they
I,
had? Where
I
they
can
got
prove
it from us.
no, I can prove what you're talking about, bro. Go study the Moroccan crisis 1 and 2. That's all I gotta say. Go study the Moroccan crisis 1 started World War I.
Okay.
Go, I'm gonna do look. That's why I'm putting together a whole lecture. I'm about to man, listen to me. Everything you just said, bro, is right and exact. There is we are the rulers, right? And they're the evil side to that rulership that have been ruling over, that are the ones who are the ones that's actually in power, and they got
Yeah,
melanin. They got melanin for sure.
but they're archons. They are archons.
Woo! God damn.
They are the archons.
All right, we got to cut it short because I got to get to my next program, bro. But
Okay.
as soon as we get hot, bro, as soon as this shit get hot, nigga, I got to cut it short, man. But yeah,
Yeah, I
you're
know.
right. There is a dark skinned melanated elite that rules over this whole goddamn plane of existence.
Yep.
You don't get it fucked
And
up.
they got white people in front of them
Right.
doing all this dirt, and we looking at them.
I agree. I
Yeah.
definitely agree.
Yeah.
When you study those treaties, you can't deny what he's saying. When you study those treaties, you cannot deny what he's saying at
so,
all.
so, in other words, we got our work cut out for us because our real true enemies are like us.
A brother said that years ago. Oh, we are our own worst enemies. And the
Yeah.
community went at his ass. They basically canceled his ass,
Yeah.
right? Because they
Because
didn't want to face up to the fact that Nick, your own worst enemy is someone who looks just like your dumbass.
just like got the same melanin, the same accent. Well, they don't belong here. And so the earth mother, so it's going to be like they showed you in the movie Avatar what's going to happen.
Mm.
Mother Earth, we're going to rise up with Mother Earth and we're going to kick these
Right,
bastards.
that was whole. They were avatars. They wasn't the actual people. Oh my fucking god! I got it back then, but I'm like now it's coming clearer what the avatar actually is now.
Yeah.
Right, because
Mm-hmm.
don't get this fucked up where they come in melanin skin, homie. You know what I'm saying? They could
Yeah.
be some other entity that's
They're
not
a
of
whole
us.
nother entity. They a whole other entity,
Right,
shapeshifters off, but so are we. So
right,
are we.
right, right,
So
right,
are
right,
we.
right.
We are too. We're no different. We're probably they've got a hold on us because we're probably greater than they are
Mm.
in our
Yep,
true.
yep.
Once we come into our true power, our true beingness, I don't think anything gonna stop us.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I mean, not not that I'm just saying that based on ego and that you know what I'm saying, because a lot of stuff is kind of it seems ego and shit. The
Yeah,
demiurge, right?
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm
But
talking
this is
about based on the studies, based on the prophecies, the research that I've been doing.
hmm
There's something deep down and latent in humanity that is the super gene, what they call in the
well
super gene.
in man, not humanity, in man.
I mean, humanity, man, all of that shit is just a weaker version of what we actually are. So, what I'm saying is, there's something latent inside of us that comes online when disaster happens.
Yeah, and we're right there. We're here now. Disaster is upon us. War is upon us. Invasion is upon everything that you can think of is here now.
Right.
We're being put to the challenge.
That part.
Okay, they're using the weather against us. They want what they're trying to do. I see what they're doing. They want to completely take us, completely use the weather and the geology to completely wipe us out, take us out, just destroy our homes,
You know
everything
what
we
I
have.
think weather manipulation is like we've been explaining in this whole show so far is that this is a frequency. They can actually manipulate the frequency if they got a tuner. They can tune it in and create. They can change the density of matter around it, and you know what I'm saying. It's all type of possibilities from this technology or this awareness of science that we just coming into awareness of, but it's ancient as hell. This shit is
It's
old as
ancient.
hell.
They've been using this shit for millions of years on this planet.
What do you think all of the buildings that were built in ancient time, they were energetically sensitive as hell. Every from the pyramids to the ley lines to the mounds, they are energetically sensitive as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But we gotta go, bro. Get your last
Okay.
words in.
Well, last words, man, shit. Uh, after seeing what happened to that bank in Silicon Valley, man, they just stole billions and billions of dollars. Ain't nothing safe anymore. Nothing is safe. Everything that we thought was sacred is no longer sacred.
I
We're
I love it. I can't wait
and,
because I
and
can't wait to the oblivious, entitled general public get a rude of fucking awakening that gonna
well,
snap them out of their bullshit so well that the stuff that I've been saying for 20 years, and then people shun me. Not that I'm looking for revenge either, so don't get I'm better and because people shun me and then no, it's I was waiting for this moment. So yeah, bring it on.
yeah,
All of the depressions.
I
Yeah, bring
felt
it
this
on.
I felt the same way too, but now the way I feel now is that I feel that I'm waiting on this to bring on the higher energy that's in us that are on the frequency.
Yeah,
I
we
want
are the
this
higher
to
energy. So, because the higher, what is the higher energy? What are we going to do with this potentiality? Because what's happening? Chaos. Chaos is potentiality. So,
hmm
what we're going to make out of that potentiality? So, yes,
yeah, I guess we're reshaping this bitch.
yes. I
We're
mean,
reshaping. We're
we the God. We
re-terraforming.
beyond the God. We the beyond God. We the beyond gods, man. That's the
hmm
whole evolution. It's beyond God shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're going beyond God now. So
Well, then, hey, we got our work cut out for us. I gotta go. Shit, man. We got our work cut out. Shit. Yeah,
I
it's
love it,
not physical. It's mental.
I love it. I think I've been groomed from day one. I'll talk about this next week, but I think I've been groomed for this
hmm
ever since I
Yeah,
was born. Like from you can just I go through the story of my life and everything. It's like I've been groomed for this moment, for these moments that's about to
yeah,
happen.
you came back for this. I
Yeah.
feel like I did too. I came
It's
back.
like it's not only that I came back for this, but it's also things have been synchronizing from day. It's like a synchronicity of. It's like I set it up in ancient times, and it's just playing out exactly how I set it up. It's
Mm.
crazy, but we'll talk about this next week, brother. I'll get back
Okay,
to you.
man.
I
All
appreciate
right.
you coming in.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate being there. Good night, America.